Solo Sikoa betrays Roman Reigns first. The best and worst of Raw. Is AJ Styles still in WWE? Why Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos won't main event WrestleMania 39 Night 1. Solo Sikoa attacks Cody Rhodes after WWE Raw. Roman Reigns' AEW shots leads to Kenny Omega signing with WWE. Jey Uso rejects Roman Reigns on WWE Raw. Let's jump right into it. The best and worst of Raw. Welcome to the best and worst of the penultimate episode of Raw to WrestleMania 39. Penultimate means that it was the second last episode, and that also means that we are less than 2 weeks away from the showcase of the Immortals. The road to WrestleMania is quickly winding down, and it should come as no surprise that more matches have been made official for the grandest stage of them all, perhaps even the main event of Night 1. With that said, the show was solid. The beginning and ending were the best parts by far, with the show falling off in pace and riddled with more inconsistencies than usual. These were the ups and downs from Raw this past week. Number 3. Best. The Chad Gable vs. Ricochet match on Raw. Chad Gable is perhaps the most underrated star on the WWE roster. At 37, he is rumored to be on Triple H's list of superstars to get a big singles push. With Otis phasing out of the Alpha Academy and into Maximum Male Models, post-WrestleMania seems to be the perfect time to give Gable a serious push. That was certainly hinted at even in defeat to Ricochet on Raw. It was the match of the night and both men put on a clinic. This was one to be remembered and a huge sign that Gable is ready for the next big step in his career. Number 2. Worst. Hyping up the replacement Piper Niven only for her to get pinned. Without much explanation, Chelsea Green told Adam Pearce that Carmella wasn't present and replaced her with the powerhouse Doudrop. Doudrop is unfortunately one of the stars who hasn't benefited much from Triple H taking over, and he hasn't been handling her all that well either. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair teamed up with her WrestleMania opponent Asuka to face Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Within minutes, Belair lifted Niven and hit her with a KOD. It felt pointless to hype Niven up as a powerhouse only for her to lose in minutes. Why was she the one to get pinned, anyway? Number 2. Best. The Sami Zayn and KO vs. Usos story. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens opened Raw and they are now finally a unit again. They challenged the Usos to a match for the tag team titles at WrestleMania and it was accepted. The story has been exceptional, and everything involving these men has been gold. Jey Uso snubbing Roman Reigns when he said "I love you" caused quite a reaction from fans, but it was a brilliant moment of storytelling. We can't wait to see what happens in the match, and we hope this will be the main event of WrestleMania 39 Night 1. Number 1. Worst. Johnny Gargano lost despite hyping up the Stand and Deliver match so much. Johnny Gargano had quietly been undefeated on Raw in singles matches for the last 4 months. That streak came to an end this week when Dominic Mysterio defeated him. The only thing we don't understand is why WWE spent so much time on Raw, hyping up Gargano's Stand and Deliver match against Grayson Waller only to have him lose in this manner. Number 1. Best. The Roman Reigns-Cody Rhodes promo. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes closed the show in an incredible promo. Reigns subtly referenced AEW and fans went crazy about it on Twitter. However, he didn't bury AEW, he simply referenced the fact that Cody Rhodes ran away from there just as he did from WWE when he was Stardust in 2016. Cody Rhodes hit back with his rhetoric and forced Reigns to leave the ring. We can't remember the last time in this historic title reign that the Tribal Chief has been outdone or has taken a step back in respect. He has quietly put Cody over as his biggest threat without fans realizing it. Solo Sikoa tried to stand up to Cody, and Reigns made him stop, which was the ultimate sign of respect, even if it wasn't meant to come across that way. Overall, this segment was an easy 9 or 10 out of 10, which built a lot of anticipation for their upcoming clash at WrestleMania 39. Is AJ Styles still in WWE? AJ Styles has been one of WWE's most prolific performers in recent years. A 2-time world champion, the veteran has been incredibly consistent since his debut in the company. As a result, his sudden disappearance from TV has been a hard pill to swallow for wrestling fans. During a live event in Hershey, Pennsylvania, in December 2022, Styles attempted a top rope move but landed awkwardly. The referee threw the X sign, and it was reported that AJ had suffered an ankle injury. The next day, the Phenomenal One announced that he would be out of the ring for a long time. Former Raw Tag Team Champion AJ Styles is still in WWE. He is currently recuperating from an ankle injury, and chances are high that he will miss out on WrestleMania 39. In the latest update, he teased a 4-month recovery process. I talked to the foot and ankle doctor that I went to, who is one of my really good friends, and he was like, "Dude, did you know that Michael Vick had this same injury and he was out for 4 months? Like, chill out." And I was like, oh frick. Styles' storyline with the Judgment Day ended abruptly due to the unfortunate event last year. Nonetheless, the 45-year-old veteran deserves a break after being a highlight on Raw for several years. Provided he is ready to return soon, WWE can reincorporate him into storylines on the night after WrestleMania 39. Jay White is allegedly at a crossroads in deciding whether to sign with WWE or AEW. One of the hottest free agents now, the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion was a standout performer in NJPW. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H is keen on signing the former Bullet Club member. The rumor mill went rampant when news hit that the Stanford-based promotion was churning out creative plans for White. A potential move has been on the cards, and AJ Styles has reacted positively. A fan teased the idea of Jay White joining the Good Brothers on Twitter. Supporting the idea, Styles commented with a money emoji. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows also have a history with him going back to their days in Japan. AJ Styles' potential return alongside Jay White would undoubtedly be surreal. They could propel the OC to new heights. His Switchblades credentials would instantly put him on the Phenomenal One's level. Why Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos won't main event WrestleMania 39 Night 1. WWE's WrestleMania Night 2 will potentially end with the exciting undisputed WWE Universal Championship clash between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, though which superstars will close out the first night of the event. Several matchups have been batted around by fans in recent months. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have just found themselves in a match with the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. That is the front-runner in the minds of the fans, though John Cena's WrestleMania return could be worthy of the moment, just like Stone Cold Steve Austin's the year before. However, a recent report has revealed that another championship bout could earn the main event slot on April 1st. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, it seems that Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley may wind up taking that moment. Per the report, there are political reasons at play regarding Charlotte and Rhea getting the main event slot over the stellar Sami Zayn bloodline feud. Whether they main event the first night or not, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will indeed face the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship on the grandest stage of them all. After the duo reunited on SmackDown last week, they opened tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw as a united force. As they looked towards the Mania sign, they were interrupted by the Usos, who attempted to shut down any idea of a match between the teams at the show of shows. Kevin Owens cut them off, hoping to skip all the extra steps and make it official. Though Jimmy Uso wanted to deny their plea, Jey Uso believed they could finally rid themselves of the Sami and KO problem if they defeated them at WrestleMania 39. The champs then led an assault on their challengers but were forced to momentarily retreat just as Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa arrived in the parking lot. Which match should main event WrestleMania 39 Night 1? Let us know in the comments section below. Solo Sikoa attacks Cody Rhodes after WWE Raw. Following this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Solo Sikoa took to Twitter to send a message to Cody Rhodes. This week's Raw saw the return of Roman Reigns, who was once again involved in a major segment with his WrestleMania 39 opponent. During the confrontation between Rhodes and the Bloodline in the main event, the former took shots at Sikoa by claiming that he wasn't ready. This led to Rhodes and Sikoa engaging in a brief physical altercation. Taking to Twitter, Sikoa shared a 5-word message as he took issue with Rhodes' comments. "Now we have a problem," wrote Sikoa. Earlier in the same episode, the tribal chief also crossed paths with Jey Uso for the first time in weeks. He questioned Jey's loyalty, to which the latter responded by stating that he was still a part of the Bloodline. In the lead-up to WrestleMania 39, there seems to be a lot going on for the Bloodline. The Usos are currently feuding with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns, meanwhile, is focused on Cody Rhodes. During a recent WWE Live event, Zayn was in action against Solo Sikoa, who took to Twitter to send him a message after winning a singles match between the two. He wrote, "Problem solved." On this week's Raw, the recently reunited team of Owens and Zayn challenged the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Despite some initial hesitation from Jimmy, Jey accepted the challenge on the duo's behalf. At WrestleMania 39, the Bloodline might end up losing all the championships. It remains to be seen what role Sikoa will play at the event, considering that he hasn't been booked for a match yet. The Enforcer has backed Reigns and the Usos and has assisted them during their matches. Will the Bloodline retain their titles at WrestleMania? Sound off in the comments section below. Roman Reigns' AEW shots leads to Kenny Omega signing with WWE. Roman Reigns' AEW jibe at Cody Rhodes on tonight's Raw could lead to another big star making his way to WWE. The tribal chief was firing on all cylinders on this week's Raw when he came face-to-face with Cody Rhodes, his WrestleMania 39 opponent. Reigns took several shots at Rhodes, but the one that stuck out was him telling Cody that he couldn't get over in AEW. Not long ago, reports stated that WWE was interested in signing AEW's top star, Kenny Omega. Soon after, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that Omega's contract had been extended to make up for the time lost due to his injuries. Around the same time, Wade Keller of PW Torch reported that Omega was open-minded about a WWE move. "I haven't independently verified rumors of WWE being interested in Omega. I have confirmed they're aware of Omega's open open-mindedness to come to WWE. That's what I've been told, that he's open-minded to landing in WWE before his career is over. The attitude is not, "I love AEW, I'm gonna stay here forever." Judging by these reports, a potential Kenny Omega move to WWE in the distant future doesn't seem like a far-fetched idea. Unlike Cody Rhodes, Omega has tasted world title gold in AEW and is a former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns made it known that Cody Rhodes couldn't get over in All Elite Wrestling. If Omega does end up making his way to WWE somewhere down the line and feuds with Reigns, tonight's promo will come in handy. Omega could confront Reigns and let him know that, unlike Rhodes, he got over big time in front of AEW fans. An intense verbal back and forth between Reigns and Omega would make for some intriguing television. Do you think Kenny Omega will ever leave AEW and jump ship to WWE? Do you consider Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega a dream encounter? Jey Uso rejects Roman Reigns on WWE Raw. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns returned this week on WWE Raw, and the cracks in the bloodline were still ever present. After Jey Uso accepted a match against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, he was asked to speak to his cousin backstage. Jey Uso walked out of the bloodline at the Royal Rumble after refusing to beat up Sami Zayn. The tag team champion has since been on and off in terms of his involvement with the stable, even refusing to appear alongside his family. However, he returned a few weeks ago to betray Zayn and once again stand tall alongside Reigns and co. On the latest episode of Raw, Jey and Reigns exchanged words before the latter grabbed Uso's leg and noted that he loved him, clearly something that he expected a response from, but Jey looked at Paul Heyman several times before leaving. There was a time when Jey wouldn't have thought about returning the same sentiments. However, the fact that he didn't respond with "I love you too" may lead to the belief that Jey still has a big issue with his tribal chief. Reigns and Jey have been at odds before, and WWE could be looking to reignite this storyline in the near future. Uso has been through the ringer over the past few months and made it clear that he has only returned to the bloodline for his brother Jimmy. This could be the start of another issue between Reigns and Uso heading into SummerSlam. After Jey left, Paul Heyman asked Reigns whether he got the answers he was looking for. The world champion noted that he did. It remains to be seen how this will shape up heading into WrestleMania. Do you think Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are on the same page? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Solo Sikoa betrays Roman Reigns first. Tonight's episode of WWE Raw saw Roman Reigns make a blockbuster return. The current undisputed WWE Universal Champion was, however, confronted by Cody Rhodes. The duo then got involved in a heated war of words. The tribal chief took several shots at the American Nightmare before stating that he would never complete his story at WrestleMania 39. Rhodes hit back at Reigns, vowing to defeat him at the grandest stage of them all. The segment soon turned into something big as WWE arguably laid down the breadcrumbs for Solo Sikoa's potential betrayal. While addressing the head of the table, the American Nightmare revealed that Solo had been glaring at him all night. He further stated that all his family members would turn on him after his loss at WrestleMania. The ending saw Reigns leave the ring as Rhodes taunted Solo, saying he was not ready. This resulted in an angry Sikoa charging at the American Nightmare. However, Cody took out the former NXT North American champion with a superkick. Reigns then stepped up to the apron and kept his hand on Solo. The tribal chief locked eyes with the enforcer as fans began chanting Cody's name. Given how things unfolded, it can be argued that the creative team has laid the foundation for Solo's potential turn on the head of the table. Roman's way of handling him may offend the enforcer, and he might snap at the former big dog in the coming days. As you may know, Roman Reigns will defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes in a dream match. However, things may not turn out too well for the tribal chief at the biggest event of the year. Given Rhodes is speculated to dethrone Reigns at the event, WWE could have Solo Sikoa turn on the head of the table to cost him his titles. This angle would not undermine Reigns by acting as an apt explanation for his loss. The enforcer's turn would surely spice things up in the bloodline. Should Solo Sikoa turn on Roman Reigns? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me